Hydrogen sensor to check for leaks, and it's above us here, and that's this little item up here in the ceiling, which you can see flashing. It's just starting up, and once it turns solid, a solid green, then that means it's active and detecting the presence if there's any hydrogen around. If the alarm goes off, then we have a leak. So here we go. There, it's now on and measuring. So the tank on the wall over there, that's our high pressure tank of hydrogen, maximum of 2,000 psi and 19,000 liters of hydrogen. Very interesting. We seem to have some water in our lines, so okay, so what you just saw is I just cleared the water out of the line to make sure you don't have any of it. Now, you take a hydrogen bottle and reconnect the third line here onto the bottle using a 1/2 inch wrench. Using a 1/2 inch and a 9/16. So the 1/2 inch holds a little part, and then you tighten it up like so. And that's basically it. So that has your bottle ready, and then you lay it down into the water to check for leaks. We'll come over here and we'll get a look at that. So there's a hydrogen bottle. This is the metal hydrate. We have a little bit of a leak under that cap. So what we're going to watch for now is we're going to turn on the hydrogen. See if there's any in the bottle. There, it's full on. And if we look at our meters over here, it's climbed a bit, and that's the back pressure from the hydrogen in the bottle. So the next thing is we're gonna vent some by opening this here, and you can see it out there bubbling and hear it. That basically clears the hydrogen out of the lines, and now the next stage is to start putting hydrogen back in the bottle, or back into the bottle. And all you do now is you turn on the main tank like so, and now that starts putting about 125 psi of hydrogen onto the bottle down here. So it's locked off, it's sealed, it's cleared, and now you leave it for about 6 to 8 hours, and the hydrogen will backfill into the bottle. And as you can see, there's no the other reason I do this is when I'm testing them like this, it does two things. One is to take heat away from the bottle when it's filling, and the second one is if there's any leaks at all coming out of this area in the valves, then you get bubbling and you can see it right away. So now we just leave it for a while and it'll fill up, and that's all there is to it. That's how you fill a metal hydrate bottle, which will take about 120 psi or 125 psi and up to 700 liters of see if we can get to that. Yeah, there you go. 700 liters of metal hydrate in the bottle. So it'll transfer hydrogen from the main tank into the little tank, and we typically use 4 bottles. These ones here are already filled on a splitter unit there, which will feed the fuel cell. Now, assuming that the hydrogen bottle is now full, we'll now close this valve on here. Doing it all the way in. And close this one. And then we will vent the hydrogen outside through the bubbler. And you can watch the needle drop. There it goes. They're both going down. So that's all there is to it. And now you take the other bottle out and you disconnect it from the setup, which is pull it out, take your wrench, hold it, and then simply disconnect it like so. And you got your bottles now full and ready for field use. And that's all there is to it. Whole system. Oh, and at the same time, I do this in an open room, which has a ventilation system so that the any hydrogen goes out through that vent up there in any high grade area. An alarm system over the tanks. And I always do it with an open door, which is the other thing. And definitely no smoking.